Wait, this shit on, bruh. This shit was on. All right, man. Just give me a second. All right, man. We're just gonna get started then. We're gonna do a quick review of the World Cup quarterfinals and a little bit of a preview for the semifinal. And it's more of a semifinal review more than anything else. Um, Other than that, let's get started. All right. So a few days ago, I did a review of the or a preview, I should say, not a review, a preview of the World Cup 2022 Qatar FIFA World Cup. I don't even think that's right how you say it though in that order, but whatever. Anyways, I made some predictions. Some of them came through. Some of them I was very close. Um, I was 75% right in the quarterfinals as far as the teams that went through and who stayed behind. If I remember correctly, a few days ago, I stated that the Netherlands would knock out Argentina. That was not the case. Argentina did go ahead and went through onto the first semifinal of the 2022 Qatar FIFA World Cup, and it was quite a game. It was a very intense game. Argentina was up 2-0 before Holland, excuse me, pulled one back. And on the dying moments of the game, Holland was able to tie the game at 2-2 on a play that was just phenomenal because of the way that it was set up. It's one of those drawing board plays that Louis van Gaal was able to put together for the Netherlands prior to this even happening. I mean, this is something that you work during the week during training. So it was not a fluke. It was not luck. It was just a very well created play by the Netherlands, which they capitalized and tied the game versus Argentina on the dying moments of the game. In extra time, sorry, in extra time, they kept the same scoreline 2-2, and in the penalty shootout, I have never been a in penalty shootouts in the World Cup. Your best kicker has to go first. There's no there is no question or there is no second guessing as to who goes first in the World Cup. I know that some of the good players like to take their penalty last, but who guarantees that you'll get to take a penalty kick during the PK round? And Virgil van Dijk missed the first opportunity from the spot, and you know that second player from Holland missed the second opportunity, and that pretty much sealed the deal for them. I think that if the Netherlands would have only missed one penalty kick, the result may have been different, but shoulda, coulda, woulda doesn't really apply to the World Cup, and it doesn't apply to real life, and it doesn't apply to anything in general. So good game to Argentina. They secured their spot in the semifinal, where they will face Croatia, who I stated a few days ago would defeat Brazil, and indeed they did. And although Brazil pulled forward in extra time, Croatia was able to create a counterattack that was just devastating, and that was enough to tie the game and send the game to penalty kicks. Once again, Brazil. Um, I stated that I have a lot of love and respect for Brazil just due to the fact that a few players in that particular squad have played or are playing for Real Madrid. So therefore, it was a very difficult game for me to watch due to the fact that I was rooting for Croatia, and like I said, nothing against Brazil. Um, what can you say about the five-time world champions? They will be back, just like the Netherlands will be back in 2026. I'm pretty sure of it. The Netherlands has a fantastic squad. I think it's a very young team, and the Netherlands will be back, just like Brazil will be back for 2026. And it was heartbreaking to see players from both Brazil and Holland. Um, just, just it was just heartbreaking. I thought I was gonna do this review with a different, perhaps with a different mood or mindset or state of mind, but I just can't, and I'll get to why later. But it was heartbreaking. I didn't want to see Brazil or Croatia go home, just like I didn't want to see Holland go home. Um, it was definitely a game of different emotions as far as the penalty shootout between Brazil and Croatia was concerned. Uh, all I have to say is give credit to the Croatians because no team that is in the semifinals of a World Cup can attribute their success to random events such as luck or refereeing or fan support. Even though those things, well, just the fan support is what should be most important. Other factors can sometimes affect the outcome of a game, and fortunately for both the Netherlands, Argentina, Brazil, and Croatia, there was no outside influence, which kept the games very, very, very clean for the most part. Um, you may say what you want, but at these final stages of the World Cup, it's the amount of the I guess the amount of pressure would be the right way to describe it. Can sometimes be too much for certain players, especially when it comes to the penalty kicks. It was the case for Brazil and the Netherlands yesterday, as we saw. But nonetheless, on Tuesday, December 13th at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, we will see a matchup between two-time world champions Argentina looking for that thorough world championship versus Croatia, and once again I will be rooting for Croatia. I believe that Croatia is a very well balanced team with Luka Modric, with Kovacic, with what's the keeper's name? Likovic. I think it's Likovic. Fantastic World Cup their goalkeeper is having, and I have no doubt that after the World Cup is over, a lot of these goalkeepers will move on to other clubs, and I'm pretty sure they will get really good contracts as far as financial gain is concerned. So therefore, it was a bittersweet um, game between Croatia and Brazil for me. A lot of emotions, definitely. Um, but other than that, I cannot congratulate the Croatians enough in the feat they pulled. Brazil is never an easy opponent in the World Cup, much less in a quarterfinal game. Um, Brazil is loaded, full of talent, and like I said, another very young team that in the future I have no doubt will be successful. But for now, Croatia moves on to face Argentina in the semifinal. And after this stage, if you're into the semifinal, you're guaranteed two more games: a semifinal and a final, or a third place playoff game, which a lot of teams don't really care much for, but it is, after all, a seventh game. And to play 7 games in the World Cup means that you were among the first 4 teams ranked in the world during that time. So immense pride for Croatia and Argentina for reaching the semifinals. I cannot express how excited I am for this game. I am 100% rooting for Croatia against Argentina. Nothing against the Argentinians. It's just, like I said, I will explain it later, but not just yet. Why I support Croatia so much. And moving on. So that was the first two quarterfinal games, and how the first semifinal will be decided between Argentina and Croatia. And I'll talk about the Portugal Morocco game last, not because they're last on the list, but for a different reason. And we're gonna look at this game right here. England versus France. It was one hell of a game today between the French and the English, and I cannot express how happy I am for France to make it past England. Because all jokes aside, what I said about England, about them being, cocky bastards, and I may say what I may say, but England is England, and they do have the best um, league in the world, domestic league in the world, which is the Barclays Premier League. And yeah, again, England falls just a couple steps short of the promised land, just like in the Euro Cup last year versus Italy. Well, that was a final, and I get it, different games, different scenarios, but still, England is extremely loaded with talent. Jude Bellingham today played a fantastical game. I pray and hope and wish that he plays for Real Madrid one day, because I believe that our midfield will be secure with Chomini, Camavinga, Valverde, and Jude Bellingham. But only time will tell if we will ever see or have the pleasure of seeing Jude Bellingham play for Real Madrid and in Madrid. With that being said, France, for me, as it stands today, as much as I like Croatia and as good as Argentina may or not be or may not be playing, and I'll talk about that later too. I believe that France, and I believe that the team that won today's game between France and England was going to be the favorite to win the World Cup this year. And France has cemented itself in doing so by defeating England. And the two penalty kicks that were called against the French, both of them were fair. I will not argue a single one of the penalty kicks. Some other actions the referee could have been better, or BAR could have been more adamant about the decisions given for both England and France. I'm not just saying for the English or for the French. I'm not taking sides. I think that we've come this far into the World Cup where the jokes are no longer viable. So with that being said, France advances to the semifinal. Um, and there's a very, very curious, um, I guess you can call it, detail. It is the first time since 1990 that both the finalists and the sub-champion of the previous, well, the champion and the sub-champion of the previous World Cup qualified. Both of them qualified for semifinals. It happened in 1990 when Germany and Argentina both made it to the 1990 World Cup, where Argentina ultimately would lose to Germany um, through a very, very scandalous penalty kick against Germany. So, and the previous 4 years, it was Mexico 1988, where uh, with a fantastic Diego Maradona, Argentina defeated Germany in the final to give Argentina their second star World Cup. So, congratulations to France. That's just a detail that I wanted to share with everybody. Um, I heard it, and I just wanted to share that with everybody. Again, congratulations to France. I think that Kylian Mbappe did not have a good game today. He was connected to the game, but I didn't see him do. I didn't see him do too much. So with that being said, Giroud was fantastic. Dembele stepped out. Griezmann is playing a fantastic World Cup. I don't know how Griezmann can play so exclusive and so well for the national team, and then he struggles so bad with Atletico Madrid or Barcelona, where when he spent a few seasons there. But Antoine Griezmann, Hugo Lloris is, he's making um, extraordinary saves for the French national team. So, allez, allez, bleu. So let's go France. I have two teams now in semifinals, which are both Croatia and France. And yeah, we'll talk about the last game now, and then Argentina tours. And I just want to go over. Hey, what's up, Betty? You're happy to see Argentina and France move on. I wish I could. I shared the sentiment, but only 50%. um, if there is anything to take away from the game between Argentina and the Netherlands, is that the Dutch tested Argentina to the limit, and now Croatia know what it takes to beat Argentina. Because at the end of the regular time, Holland was physically more complete, I guess you could say, or more full of energy than the Argentinian players. So Croatia, they have to play two extra time games versus Japan and versus Brazil. So Croatia is a juggernaut right now, right? Croatia is not playing fantastical, beautiful game, but they're not weak. There's only like two or three players that just need to like think faster with the ball when they do have it at their feet. And Croatia is a fucking powerhouse right now. I don't see Argentina making it past Croatia. I don't know if it'll be penalty kicks or if it'll be regular time or extra time where the game will be defined. But I believe that if Croatia brings the same intensity that they brought against Brazil, against Argentina on Tuesday, Croatia is in the final. Um, Croatia will be a tough opponent. Yeah, no, they will be extremely tough. I do see Croatia having more grit than Argentina. That's just my personal take on it. Again, you can make um, your own, I guess, your own deductions and your own determinations as far as who will do what, when, and where. Um, this game right here between Morocco and Portugal, um, I was correct, unfortunately. It was a very, very tough game for Portugal. The fact that Cristiano Ronaldo started from the bench due to whatever reason, whether it was technical issues or personal problems between him and the coach, I believe that the sake of the country was above everybody today, and I believe that the coach did not make the right decision. Now, I'm not gonna sit here and talk shit about the man because, after all, he did win the Euro Cup 2016 with Portugal. So, and they won it without Ronaldo in the final, if you remember correctly, when Dimitri Payet from France fouled Ronaldo and fucked his knee up. But I don't understand the decision by the coach today from Portugal by starting Ronaldo from the bench. I believe that when he came on the game on the 60th minute, um, it was already too late. The goalkeeper had an abysmal error that allowed that goal. I don't know why he came off the line to defend that ball. It wasn't a good ball. The Moroccan player had jumped too high, so it was going to be extremely difficult for him to beat the keeper from that distance at that height. Again, I don't know why the goalkeeper from Portugal did what he did, but again, we're not placing blame on him either. I think it was a combination of just I don't even want to say bad decisions. I don't even want to call them incorrect decisions, but it was several decisions that combined together for one uh, incorrect outcome. I guess is the only way that I can put it. Um, Moreover, congratulations. I'm not taking anything away. I'm not taking the slightest away from Morocco. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Congratulations to Morocco. Congratulations to Morocco for being the first African nation to ever make it to a World Cup semifinal. Others have fallen at this very stage to quarterfinals, but today Morocco made history. Congratulations to Morocco, to their people, to their players, to their coaching staff. They have done a fantastical job of not only playing good football but also defending and creating opportunities. Um, but congratulations to Morocco. They will face France in the semifinal, and I honestly I don't see Morocco making it past France. Not the way that France played today. If Morocco decides to play another game like they did versus Spain or like they did versus Portugal today, where pretty much Portugal, even though they were down 1-0, the pressure was on Morocco. I don't think that Morocco can hold 90 minutes versus France playing this game because what they're doing is like they're playing that Italian way of football, which is defending. Um, so against France, I think France has way better players than Portugal individually and as a whole. Portugal do rely heavily on Cristiano Ronaldo, um, and I'll get back to Portugal in a bit. But I just want to say congratulations to both France and Morocco for reaching the semifinal. It is nothing shorter than marvelous, and it's just extremely in a bitter sweet way. It's good to see an African nation in the semifinal of a World Cup, um, although it is bittersweet. um, Damn. And I can't even talk. um, Shit. I don't want to break down right now, in the middle of the fucking stream, but fuck. It's hard. Um, it's fucking hard. Um, to see, I mean, I don't know how I can describe it. To see the person to see the person you admire. Um, Shit. Um, it's hard to talk about it. Yeah, I'm sad. I'm extremely sad. You know, not many things. Um, I'm not depressed or anything, but as a fan, I am sad to see Portugal crash out of the World Cup because I am a huge fan of Cristiano Ronaldo, and I have seen this guy since. Um, are you alright? Yeah, I'm alright. I just got caught up in the moment there. I have been following Cristiano Ronaldo since he joined Manchester United in 2003, 2004. I think he was just 18. To see him as devastated as he was today it broke my heart. Um, I don't know if you have ever admired somebody who it's not like Ronaldo was the best. All right, that's not what I'm saying. It's not like he had the most Ballon d'Ors. It's not like he had the most anything of anything. It was the mentality. It was the mentality of hard work. It's just I mean I knew this day would come. when I would see him one last time in the World Cup, it hit me. It fucking hit me. I'm not gonna lie. It fucking crushed me. Man, I can't even explain it. I can't even explain it. Um, all I can say is obviously he's not gonna listen to this, right? Like, but man, somebody like that, it's almost like you want him to play forever. But they can't. Father time comes and it takes everything from you. It doesn't matter who you are. You could be the best of the best. You could be number one. You could be world champion, but one day it all ends. And to see him walk out of that pitch one last time in a World Cup. Oh man, I have to say that it fucking crushed me. It fucking crushed me. But shit, man, that's football. It's football, and obviously my good wishes towards Cristiano Ronaldo will not make his life better. He doesn't need it, clearly. But as a fan, yeah, as a fan, it will be a long time before I see anybody else like I saw him. But yeah, that's shit, man. I this is I don't know. I didn't want to do this. I did not want to do this, but I said I would. Uh, and it's hard. I'm not gonna fucking. I know fucking wild. He's breaking down. He's fucking crying. That fucking motherfucker. Like, nah, bro. I'm sad, but I'm just sad. All right, I'm just sad. And yes, I do feel sadness. You're like, oh, fucking wild. That nigga doesn't ever feel anything. Like, nah, I do. I feel a lot of things, and sadness is one of them, especially today. Um, shit. Adam says that the ref was biased in the Netherlands game. Well, that's a debate all by itself, man. There will always be people who talk about the referee after games. Um, I don't like to do that a whole lot because I'm the one who believes that if you're gonna talk shit about the referee after a game, then score the goals. Why are you letting the referee be the one who impacts you through the game? It's kind of like it's kind of like losing a most wanted battle, you know, and then being like, oh, it was because of another team. Like what? No, don't blame the referee. All right, they're just human too. They're under pressure too. Okay, the referee is also under pressure. A lot of people don't understand that. That if the referee fucks up, a whole country will hate him and probably the world. So it's not an easy job being a ref, especially at this high level of football. Um, Sir stating that he had a similar feeling with Japan. Yeah, bro. Like it's it gets you, man. Like you feel it in your heart. And people say, it's just football, it's just soccer. No, man, it's not just football. It's not just soccer. It's passion. It's the team you love. It's the player you support. And but you know what though? I got to see Ronaldo in 5 World Cups. All right, I got to see him in 5 World Cups. I got to see him get knocked out. I saw him knock niggas out. I saw him score a hat trick against Spain. I saw him score a goal against North Korea that he doesn't even know how he scored that goal. So I just don't know. Um, it'll be some time before I can recover from this. That's a fact. It will be quite some time before I can recover for this. Um, all I can say is that Ronaldo did what he could. Um, I'm grateful. I'm grateful for everything he did, for all the good times. And shit, you know what, man? You know what? And also for the bad motherfucking times. Because I was a fan more when it was bad. I was happy when it was good. I was celebrating when it was good. But I was a fan, a true fan, when things were not going good. And today, well, it would be easy to talk shit, but I'm gonna be a fan. So no more GOAT, no more Mr. Champions in the World Cup. Cristiano Ronaldo will go on to, I don't know what he's gonna do now. I don't know if he's gonna move to that Qatari um, football team for 200 million pounds over the next 2 seasons, but um, I don't know. I don't know, man, but just damn, man. I Isn't it weird? When someone you admire and like just doesn't do good, you fuck up too. Oh, man. But anyways, on to my predictions for the semifinal. And by the way, don't let my sad mood get you down. If your team made it past my team today, congratulations to you. I'm not gonna rain on your parade. I'm not gonna talk shit about Morocco or France or Croatia or Argentina on beating the teams they beat. No, fuck that, bro. Like it's the beautiful game, and as much as I may not like seeing the team I supported and the person I supported the most go through, it's a beautiful game. This is not the first time I suffer a defeat. People don't understand that. This is not the first time, and it will certainly not be the last time. All right? You think I wasn't sad when when Germany lost the 2002 World Cup final? I was sad. You think I wasn't sad when France lost the 2006 World Cup? I was fucking devastated. The same way I was devastated in for France in 2016 in the Euro Cup. Even though I supported Portugal, it's teams that I like. So therefore, I'm still gonna be happy, but I'm gonna be sad. So that's football. All right, that's football, and we'll see. We'll see what happens next. And on to my predictions. And I will be making more videos for the semifinal reaction and the third place playoff and the final. And I'll be making another video on Wednesday around this time ish. But congratulations to Argentina on making it to the semifinals. Congratulations to Croatia to making it to the semifinals. Congratulations to France and Morocco as well. Um, Mad respect for England. Extremely good set of players. The same goes for the Netherlands, Brazil, Portugal. I think that Portugal, without Cristiano Ronaldo, will go ahead and go through a what is it called? What's the word that I'm looking for here? A generational change, the same way that Italy will, because I believe that Italy will be back for the next World Cup, um, 2026 here in Mark, and so will Germany. So will all the other world champions. They always come back, you know. Or what? Are we gonna all of a sudden delete everything that Brazil has done for the game just because they lost yesterday, or everything that England has contributed to the game? or everything that Cristiano Ronaldo has contributed to Portugal? Are we just going to forget because they lost? No, we're never going to forget. World champions will always be world champions. Amazing players will always be amazing players, no matter what. No matter what. So, in that sense, I am happy. Um, Although I will never see Cristiano Ronaldo play a World Cup again, I will see others play on in his spot, and hopefully they're inspired to do better, to finally give Portugal that World Cup that they've been looking for. Hopefully Ronaldo has cemented the baseline for others to build off of, and hopefully when they do, they don't forget to look back and see where it all started. And that can be applied to not just the World Cup, but several other aspects of life, everyday life. So, with that being said, my predictions are as follow: Argentina, Croatia. I think that Argentina and Croatia will draw 2-2, take it to extra times, where Croatia wins. That's my prediction. All right? 2-2 regular time, Croatia wins in extra time. They don't go to penalty kicks. That's my prediction, and they send Argentina to the third place playoff. Um, France versus Morocco. France beats Morocco in 90 minutes. If Morocco, once again, like I said, plays another game of just, being having every player on their side of the field, France will crack that safe. All right? France is going to crack them open. And when they do, they're going to fall apart. Because that's what happens to teams that defend all game long. Once they crack open, they fall apart. And I believe that France has the individual and collective talent to do so versus Morocco. I'm not saying it's going to be easy. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Morocco is getting raped. All right? I'm not saying that. I'm not saying no. Morocco's gonna fucking fight. All right. If they play like they did today, or if they play like they did versus Spain, France will have their work cut out for them. But France has the upper hand. I believe they do, individual talent and as a whole. They have players that can define a semifinal. And and I think that Morocco and Argentina will play off the third place playoff game Saturday at 9 a.m. But we'll see what happens, right? Croatia dominated the midfield versus Brazil. Yeah, I know. Luka Modric did. So did Kovacic and others. Um, all right. Other than that, I think that Lovren. Hold on. Give me a second here. It's all right. All right. Shit. Where was I? This is why I don't like to talk to people. No, I'm just kidding. Um, yeah, those are my predictions. Once again, congratulations to the teams that made it, and congratulations to the teams that are going home. Um, it hasn't been easy. It has been a very different World Cup. I didn't expect the World Cups to. I don't think that this World Cup would look the way it does, like the semifinals. If you would have asked me 2 weeks ago, like who would be in the semifinals, um, the only team that I would put in the semifinals would have been France. Um, the other teams, I would probably pick to fall somewhere in the way. But that's the beauty of football, and that's just the way. That's the way she goes, boys. Always remember that that's the way she goes, right? You don't think it'll be easy for France? I never said it will be easier for France. I said it'll be hard, but they will crack. Again, France has individual talent. And another thing too is that France knows, and this will play against Morocco. Morocco has been playing 0-0. They haven't been playing to score. Okay, that's just not. We would be hypocrites to say that Morocco has been playing to score. They haven't. All right. Once they reach the knockout stages, Morocco has been playing to 0-0 their whole all their games because they like to defend. And I get it. It is a strategy, but it'll count for nothing against France. Trust me on that one. I told you before, Morocco and Portugal very even. Morocco got the best of them. They deserve it. Nobody's taking credit away from them. But Morocco will not make it to the World Cup final. That much I can bet money on, and I don't like to bet money because one, I don't fucking care about money, and two, I mean, if you're not gonna bet life-changing money, then you're just gonna lose money and make extra cash. All right, that's just that's just the way it is. Well, you can have good counters, but like I said, if they can't finish it off, France won't care. France has people that can finish it off. That's the difference. You know what I mean? It's kind of like saying, who can jump higher? Oh, this guy can jump, 2 meters. Okay, well, this other guy can jump 2.5. Even though it's half a meter difference, it's still more. So it'll come down to that. I think that France will beat Morocco 2-0 in regular time, if not more. And again, it might sound like I'm saying that just because Portugal lost and I'm looking for revenge, bro. Nobody's talking about that shit. All right, I'm giving them props. It's not like I'm talking shit, but I don't see them going past France. I just don't. All right. And Spain was just a bunch of kids that they beat, a bunch of inexperienced kids. Morocco didn't beat 2012 or 2010 Spain, not even 2018 Spain. They beat a bunch of new kids. So, and with Portugal, a one-man team who started in the bench. We'll see what happens. Other than that, I wish there would have been more goals. That's one thing that I wish the World Cup would have had. Um, this year was more goals. Um, the average amount of goals that have been scored in the World Cup this year have been, I think, lower than previous World Cups. So yeah, I don't know. What the fuck was that? It's some shit popped on. Whatever. What the fuck just happened? And you don't want France to win a World Cup. You want a new winner? Nah. Like I said, bro. Like we gotten to the point of the World Cup where it doesn't really matter what you want. You know what I mean? Things are pretty much decided for themselves. This World Cup will be remembered for Morocco making it to the semifinal. Other than that, the World Cup will not be remembered for anything else besides the eventual winner. I don't think so. And Morocco having a home crowd advantage. I mean, I'm not a believer of that cheerleading bullshit. Um, yeah, you can have the whole stadium cheering for your team, but if you don't make the goals, then what's the fucking what's the fucking problem? What's the fucking idea? And to prove that right, just look at the game yesterday between the Netherlands and Holland. Look, Argentina was in that stadium completely full to the brim. Nothing but motherfucking Argentinian supporters versus the Netherlands. You're not gonna tell me that they won the penalty kicks because of the fans, or you're not gonna tell me that the Netherlands tied the game because of the few fans that actually cheer for them versus a full stadium of Argentinians, of people who support Argentina. So therefore, it is what it is. Let me see here. I hope to see a rematch between France and Croatia, and whoever wins between the two, I would be happy. But yeah, no, I just hope that it is world champions France against world champions Argentina in the final. That's what I would want to see. I still want Croatia to beat Argentina, but I think it's going to be France and Argentina in the final. So yeah, That's just what I believe. Because who the fuck wants to see two non-world champions in a final? I mean, to be honest, man, like at the end of the day, I still would see Croatia beating Morocco in a final. Um, First and foremost, I just don't see them, dude. Like I don't think Morocco has enough firepower to upset France and then go to the final and beat whoever they meet in the final. That's just not a plausible um, scenario for me, and I don't think for a lot of people it's not. Because if you compare Morocco, out of the four teams in the semifinal, is the one with the least amount of talented players. All right, they have like two or three, CJ, Hakim, and them other niggas. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. For the time being, all I want to say is thank you to Cristiano Ronaldo, amazing player. Um, there's only five players that I admire in the whole history of football. Cristiano Ronaldo is one of them. Zidane is another one. The other three I'll tell you later. But bittersweet, definitely bittersweet for me today. And then even if Portugal would have gone through Morocco today, they would have faced France. And then what would I done? You know, who was I gonna cheer for? So it's okay. You know, it's the way it is. It does make me a little bit sad, but other than that, I'll be alright, man. I'll survive. You know, if I get a little teary eye, yeah, well, who the fuck cares? So, anyways, I'll come back on Wednesday when this shit is all said and done, and let me see here. So for my semifinals, I was 70% right on the quarterfinals. For the semifinals, yeah, for the semifinals, I just want to be 50% right because I was 75% right on the quarterfinals and 50% right on the round of 16. So if I'm 50% right on the semifinals, I'll be onto something for the final. Um, I'll be back on Wednesday. Uh, Bloody hell. All right, you guys. Until next time. It's been a pleasure. Cristiano Ronaldo, I just want to say thank you. I know you're not going to get this message, but I don't really care. Amazing player, one of the best. To me, the best in history. The GOAT, Cristiano Ronaldo. Today was a sad day for football, not only for me, but for millions around the world. But I'm happy that I got to experience him as a player. I'm happy that he got to win as much as he did, even though it doesn't affect me in the slightest. Because if he wins, not me. So, but other than that, yeah, I'll see you guys on Wednesday, man. And make sure you watch those semifinal games. And let's go Croatia and let's go France. I'll talk to you guys on Wednesday. Have a good night.